So yeah, because of those craters there, rocks can easier get in there. If you look at here, these are the little tushes there. Right there, he's checking to make sure those are not broken. And if you look inside the mouth there, you can see her teeth. So those are big plates, and they have two on each side, two at the top, two at the bottom. Hi. For males, actually secretes a black tar from down the side of the face. That's their breeding period. It's called must. During that time, their testosterone levels are 20 to 40. Morning.
Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, going to. Hello.
Take your shoes off if you don't mind, and we can come take a seat inside.
Okay, thank you. What was the booking under? Yeah, name. Started because it looks like we're all here. So perfect. Just give me a few moments, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you look at the garbages, if there's ashtrays just on each of the garbages, so just smoke them. About 11 elephants right now. I'll go into each individual story with you. A couple of them we don't really know their backstory. We have one that was owned by a hotel. That's probably the worst backstory, and I'll get into that once we get into the enclosure and whatnot. But I just want to say thank you guys for choosing us, because there are closer elephant parks and they are not as good as us. So I want to thank you guys for taking the trek here. A little bit of history. The park has been open for about 8 years. We are on with the family that runs it. So there's two main owners. There's Jake, so he just lives down here. He's the business side of things. And then his cousin Pilek lives up at the top of the mountain. He's the elephant keeper, trainer, head elephant mahout side of things. And his family has actually been looking after elephants for 150 years. So we are on the third generation of elephant keepers in his family. Everyone up there, all the ladies cooking dinner, making drinks. There's somebody's niece, nephew, aunt, uncle, cousin. So it is a very family-oriented place. We've had a couple tours that have come in. They're like, they're rich Americans taking advantage of all these elephants and making money. It's not. It's all Thai family run. And just because they're family members does not mean they work for free. They all get paid. The only ones that are working for free are me. But I get treated pretty well with very good breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we have an accommodation up the mountain, has AC, hot showers, everything. So this experience for me is worth $1 million. So I'm okay to do this every day for free.
So how long have you been doing?
I've been doing this for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
I do have a sciences background. Like I said, I was a paramedic back home. And I've been in hospitality as well, owning and running some restaurants and bars. So that's kind of gives me the people aspect of this.
Yeah.
But I am resourceful. I did do some studying just on elephants just before coming here, just so that I set myself up for success and not failure, and make sure it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. So, So this is kind of the third generation. our goal here is to just educate, show you guys that there is a proper way to train these big gentle giants. There is an old way of doing things that kind of involves abuse and neglect. And in the Western world, it's similar to horses. It's called spirit breaking. So that is not really the most ethical. But we do work with a foundation called the Southern Thailand Elephant Foundation. They're basically a non-profit elephant hospital for our elephants. So they're a free hospital essentially for us. You guys are kind of lucky because we actually just a few days ago got a baby and a mama. So this baby is almost 1 year old, and the mama's 20 years old, biological parent. And then we do have 3 elephants that we'll see when we're down there, another baby and 2 adoptive mothers. So naturally, elephants are herd animals in the wild, and they're matriarchy. So that means the herds are ran by the females. You'll notice that pretty much every single elephant we have in the enclosure is female. We do have 1 bull elephant. He's about 18 years old. He lives in the jungle full time. He has a keeper that checks in on him 3, 4, or 5 times a day, just because they are naturally more aggressive, more territorial, and it could be a safety concern for the guests, myself, the keepers, and the elephants. They are happiest in the jungle, though. It's where they're naturally supposed to be. Once we go down there, you'll see the enclosure as well. At the end of our tour day, we take all the elephants and we put them in the jungle. That way they can eat whatever they want. They have a variety of diet. They can exercise, and they can be where they're naturally supposed to be. We do, unfortunately, have to keep them tethered while they're in the jungle. So it's basically a 50-meter leash. Because I don't know if you guys saw coming in, there's big palm oil plants. So if you guys didn't take notice on your way out, just take notice of how much space each one tree needs. Those aren't ours, those are farmers. And it's not a very good industry because they're deforesting lush jungle like this just for 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 trees. We have to keep them tethered to keep our elephants safe because legally in Thailand, if an elephant were to walk onto their property and eat some of their crop, the farmers are allowed to shoot or poison them and kill them. These elephants are the keeper's babies. They want to make sure that nothing happens to them. They don't want to leave them in the jungle and come back to a maimed or dead elephant, worst case scenario. The farmers that way, not so nice. The farmers that way, they're actually okay. We've had elephants accidentally stroll onto their property, and they've actually called us and been like, hey, come get your elephant. No harm, no foul. But when they're on that side of the jungle, we have to make sure that they're not going anywhere because, yeah, we don't want them injured. Yeah. Any questions so far? No? Cool. So, does anyone know what this is? So this is called an Angus. Have any of you guys seen or heard this before? So it looks intimidating. It's not that sharp, but in the wrong hands of some bad people, this can be used as a form of abuse. And you will see all our keepers have this, or maybe a bamboo stick about this high. The only thing we use that for is how we train our elephants. We match verbal cues with physical touch, just like this. This is an extension of the keeper's arm, just because our arms are so short and elephants are so big. That's the only thing you will really see this for, is just little touches like this. When we go into the enclosure, we're going to do a health check on the elephant, and you'll probably notice that the keeper puts this down and just talks to the elephant. They are very intelligent beings. Each one is very emotional. They have similar brain complexes to humans and dolphins when it comes to the emotional behavioral side. So they actually do know their name. They do know the Thai language. When we do walks and stuff with multiple elephants, each elephant will know when its keeper is talking to them because they can hear that tone. They hear their name and know that that command is for them. Sometimes in the health check, maybe we'll get one stray elephant come up as well because they know bananas are involved. So they'll kind of just like be right beside us, turning around and doing whatever. But it's usually the 6-year-old because she's cute and she's still a child. Yeah, we'll get into all those details once we're down there. But yeah, like I said, education is the biggest thing that we're trying to do here. This is a safety tool for the keepers, which is why they keep it on them at all times. The only time they'll really use it is if an elephant is kind of getting a little bit too ahead of the keeper on a jungle walk, and the keeper will just basically put it at their hip or their chest and just be like, hey, slow down, and that's okay. The only time I've actually ever seen them use it is when an elephant gets a little too excited, whether it's a good excitement or a bad excitement. I've only seen this done twice, and it was because the elephant was too excited for either bananas or in the pool. What the keeper will do is this dull flat edge. They have a pressure point just on their ear, and what they'll do is they'll actually just put it on their ear and just like hang it like that, and that kind of just tells the elephant to just calm down. Everything's going to be okay. Or they can, if they're a little too excited, they'll just press down on their ear a little bit. Doesn't hurt them at all. It's just a pressure point that tells them everything's going to be okay. If that happens, the keepers are going to tell me, I'm just going to get you guys to probably step away from your elephant for 1 or 2 minutes until she settles down. Once she's settled down, we're good to go and we're good to continue. Any questions about the Incas?
So all these elephants, they have born here? They are born here?
No, so I'll go into each individual story.
Okay.
We have had an elephant born here. But unfortunately, there is a very common blood disease. It's a type of hepatitis that pretty much 50% of newborns contract. So there isn't a specific cure. There's a general vaccine we can give them. The 6-year-old had this blood disease. We gave her the vaccine. She recovered and she is living a healthy life. The one that was born here, unfortunately, got this blood disease. We gave the vaccine. She didn't make it. So it does have a mortality rate of about 50%. So, yeah, while elephants are pregnant, they're pregnant for about 22 months. So a little bit longer than us. So it is pretty big commitment. And it's unfortunate that this blood disease is so common, but it is what it is, right? Any other questions? No? Cool. So just a few safety things before we get going, just for the welfare of the elephants, safety for you guys. So we're going to be taking videos, photos, whatever. Just make sure all your flashes are off. That's probably the most dangerous thing because they don't have very good eyesight. A flash can spook them while we're feeding or in the bath. And you guys will be around there. They're unpredictable when that happens, so just make sure your flashes are off. If you guys use sunscreen or mosquito spray, the bathrooms are just right here. We're just gonna head down these stairs. We're gonna just wash our hands just because sunscreen can irritate your skin. Because we will be touching the elephants. We will be doing them. On that note, like I said, we are going to be touching the elephants. They don't like petting like this. They're not like a dog or cat. They have dog traits in certain behaviors, but they don't really like petting. We're just going to give them pets like this. They like it on the trunk. They like it on the cheek. They like it on the bellies, on the bodies. So that's all you need. It's just pets. Are any of you guys excited, nervous? Excited. Okay.
Excited, yeah.
Okay, cool. So just act normal around them too. They can sense fear. But just you don't have to whisper amongst yourselves. Just talk normally, act calm. Try not to run around everywhere. That's your family. This is just stating that you guys heard my safety speech. I didn't force you guys here. You came on your own volition. Some of that space. We're just going to continue up the mountain a little bit. And I can talk a little bit more about her. But the mama is 20 years old. New Year. Thai New Year is coming up. I'm not too sure which exact date it is. But theirs is in April. And but he's just under 1 year old. His birthday's coming up. So yeah, if you follow me. You know who your guide was? Girl? Okay, we'll just have you up here just because. Sir, I need you to step this way. These are pineapple leaves. If you look to the left here, this is Priska. She is our heaviest and tallest elephant we have here. She weighs 3,700 kilos. And elephants need per day to stay healthy 10% of their body weight. So she needs 370 kilos of food per day. This is what we feed them on the ground. That's why at the end of the day we do take them out to the jungle, just so that they can, we don't have to spend that money to keep them fed, and they can just eat the bamboo shoots, the whatever vegetation they want there, and it just gives them a variety of diet. So this one right here, if you look right here, this is Bayun. She's 17 years old. Her story is that she was in logging up in northern Thailand. Be careful with the fence; it is electric, so don't touch that. Yeah, she was in logging, and that's kind of our main goal, is to get elephants out of logging, just because they do overwork their elephants. They don't give them enough food or water per day. There are a few logging companies that are ethical. They don't overwork their elephants. They give them proper amount of food and water. They're very few and far between. And elephants in Thailand are someone's property. So there is no rescuing elephants in Thailand. In order to rescue any elephant, you have to buy them. So Tang Thai, Bayun, and Jana were all bought by the park, just to give them better lives as to where they were prior to this. So Bayun 17, that means silverleaf in English. And Bayun's best friend is actually Tang Thai, who's in the back there. So Tang Thai is 16 years old. She's the one with the not so good backstory. You can see her head swaying there. So when she was 2 years old, she was separated from her mother. She was bought by a hotel, and the hotel took her, chained her up during the hot days, gave her probably little food, little water. And when they were done with her at the end of the day, they threw her in a basement. So it's a bittersweet thing, because obviously she's, over the past few years, has gained bonds with other elephants, gained bonds with her keeper that's here. But it's a good thing that she's going back to a good home. So if you can see the elephant on the other side of her, I can't really tell who that is, but I'm going to assume it's Choosy based on who she's hanging out with. She's our 56-year-old. That's P-Lex. She's the oldest one here. That's P-Lex family's elephant, which is now his, because his father was her original keeper. He unfortunately passed away 2 years ago. But she is the matriarch, right? So it's funny because they all like kind of hang around her. She is the boss, and everyone kind of respects her just because she is that old. In the wild, she would, if she was a wild elephant, her life expectancy would actually be coming to an end, because you'll see when we do the health check, they have 4 teeth, 2 at the top, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Our teeth go like this when we eat, theirs go like this, and they actually grind those down every 10 years. So every 10 years they get a new set of these teeth, up to 6 sets. So once that last set is gone, in the wild, starvation takes course, nature will do its thing. But here in captivity, she's probably on her last set of teeth. Once those teeth are gone, we can change her diet. So we can grind these pineapple leaves up, we can add nutrients, food pellets, the things that she needs to continue living, so she can actually live to 80, 90, 100, even 100 years old here. So it is very, very, very common for them to outlive their keepers. And so yeah, hopefully once those last set of teeth are gone, we can kind of give her mush or even mushy bananas or whatever, and so she can continue living a happy life. If you look down at those 3 there, so on the left is 16-year-old Ploi Swai. In the middle is 6-year-old Namtan, which means sugar. And on the right is Jana, who's 20, which means the best. So Ploi Swai and Namtan, they came together as well over COVID because their owners could financially not keep care of them. We haven't heard anything from the owners since they've been dropped off. So I assume one day they're just going to show up and be like, hey, we want our elephants back. I honestly don't know what their owner's deal is, but we haven't really heard much. But if they stay here, that's also a plus, I guess. But it's rare that would happen because they could also sell these elephants for a decent amount of money. On average, depending on health and age, an elephant can go from anywhere from 3 million baht to 5 million baht. Yeah, baht. So
but even so.
yeah, so for me that's like 150,000 Canadian to 250,000 Canadian dollars.
To buy one.
So yeah, expensive pets.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully their owners are a little better, but I honestly don't know. None of us really know. They
But if-
reached out, we said yes, and haven't heard anything since. So they've also been here for 3 years, so who knows?
The owners they bought them for pride or just they love the elephants? Or?
I have no idea. They could have a
Would
farm.
they work then?
They could. Like, you have to understand that elephants have been in throughout Thai culture for thousands of years, so they could be anyone's pet. They could be used as farm animals, right? But they are very strong, so it's not uncommon for them to be used for farmers and whatnot. It's just our hope that they don't overwork them. They are very strong animals, but some people just overwork them, don't give them enough water. They need a lot of water to be healthy. And you'll see once we go into the bath, that's their opportunity to drink. Some will just take the hose themselves and put it in their mouth. And some keepers will actually fill their trunk up. They'll fill their trunk up completely, put the trunk in their mouth, and then splash themselves with water. Okay, African elephants and Asian elephants. The African male and female have tusks still because they're in the desert. They have to forage a bit more for food. They have to be more territorial when they find food. So the females and males have to kind of still fight and use those tusks. This is evolution at its finest because they came to lush forest. They don't have to fight for food nearly as much. The males still have tusks here, but they're quite smaller than African tusks as well. And they still have tusks because they need to be territorial for breeding purposes. Yeah, just because it is their space and we like to respect that, okay?
Yeah, fair enough.
How strong is this current?
It's low voltage.
Yes. Maybe 12 or something like this.
So we'll just back up a little bit here. So this is good, yeah. So this is Jana, and this is Pitai. Pitai and Jana have been together for about 7 years. Okay, go, yeah, go. So he's just telling her to put that right foot up or left foot up. He's checking the nails to make sure there's no severe cracks because rocks can get stuck in there. If you can see, she kind of has some craters underneath hers. So prior to her, she was actually up north in North Thailand as well in logging. If you could tell by she was tagged. She didn't need that once she got here, so we took it out. But yeah, he's just making sure. Anatomically, they're on their heels at all times, so they're like this at all times. From their heel down to the ground is a subcutaneous cushion that's like a marshmallow kind of. If rocks get left unchecked there, they can actually go up that sole, up to the bone, and then we have bigger issues. Telling her to turn around right now. So if you look at that bone right here, so right here is where their heel is. And yeah, he just took out a little pebble there.
Okay.
Oh, that's a big rock there. So yeah, because of those craters there, rocks can easier get in there. But a few of our elephants, they have a nice smooth pad because they're young, they've always been checked. So if you look at here, these are the little tushes there. Right there, he's checking to make sure those are not broken. And if you look inside the mouth there, you can see her teeth. So those are big plates, and they have two on each side, two at the top, two at the bottom. Hi. So if you look on this side here, this is that gland that for males actually secretes a black tar from down the side of the face. That's their breeding period. It's called must. During that time, their testosterone levels are 20 to 40 times more, and his keeper has to be very cautious around that time. For females, he's checking to make sure there's no dirt or anything clogged in there because theirs just builds up. It leaks a little bit, but it needs that breathability. So he's making sure that that's not clogged up. He's checking the eyes to make sure that there's nothing caught in there. They go through bamboo sometimes. Same with the skin, making sure that there's no lacerations or cuts from bamboo. And also glad flies can have larvae lay eggs in their skin. So throughout the day he's slapping her for flies just to make sure that there's no larvae, because that can lead to infection and sores. Sometimes she will poop on command as well. He's always checking her stool. We've taken her for a jungle walk and she had a poop once and he goes, no good, no good. And that's just because it was a little bit gray in color, and he told me that she was picking up too much clay with her pineapple leaves. But nothing too serious, but they're always checking for that as well. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna step out just because, like I said, we like to respect their space, but I'll take any other questions just outside of here.
Bye-bye.
Three elephants for feed and shower. Okay?
Oh, they found out.
So we'll just move over to where those stairs are.
Stairs.
Baby's face too. Baby doesn't really have that much depigmentation yet. That'll come with age, sun exposure. It's similar to freckles like for us. So that comes with sun exposure and age. Even the 6-year-old down there, she doesn't really have much yet, but as she gets older, she'll probably get. Yeah, feed, banana, shower. Okay, so if you guys want, just follow me.
Yep.
So we'll give you guys the Jana here. So you guys will be right here.
Yep.
The next one coming up is Floy Swai. So you guys are getting 2 elephants. I don't know how you guys want to be split up, but Floy Swai as the 16-year-old, and then whoever you guys decide for the last one gets the little 6-year-old. Yeah, 2 kids got the 6-year-old, doesn't matter. You 2, yeah, doesn't matter. So those squeaks mean they're excited because they know that there's bananas coming. Before we start feeding, we're just gonna get into a few safety things. So we're not feeding directly into their mouths. We're just feeding to the trunk like this, holding it either on this side or on this side. Not like this. They'll wrap their trunk around your hand. They have a tight squeeze, but it's literally just like this. Oh. And so they're just going to take it from you. If you drop a banana, and also everything is in the basket's edible. It's like this. If you drop a banana, don't pick it up. They'll see that as you taking their food. If you drop it, just kick it over to them, and they'll pick it up. And don't tease them, because that's just mean. So, use me at your disposal. Pass me your phones. I'll take some videos and photos while you guys are doing it. Perfect. So we're gonna have you guys over here. This basket, nope. And then there's another basket for a little baby. Nope. And yeah, so just kick it over. Yeah, perfect. Yep. Yeah.
That's long today. Joe. Oh,
So here you can also can they touch? Yeah. Okay. What? Sure. Yeah, if you want. But she might be a little upset that you're feeding the baby and not her.
Maybe. It's asking. So
Yeah. Keep going. She has to eat that whole basket.
Oh my
Can we change it?
You go feed. Yeah. I got video here.
Yeah. You can take photos. I'm doing video.
Okay.
Yeah, just. Can I get closer?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. That's a good one. I got both of them in there too.
Thank you so much.
Yes, no worries. All right, yeah. They get treats probably 5-6 times a day. So this is their second favorite time while they're in the park here. Their first favorite is bath time.
Ah, podi kena tahu.
So like I said, they do know that there's yellow ones in there.
Yeah.
So let's get rid of those.
That red. This is
Yeah, I know how to use a GoPro. So this one is yours right here. Ah.
Look at.
Okay, I'm starting a video in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah.
She gives. Yes, okay, another one. Oh, yes. Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, also, sometimes you'll see them clear their eyes with that third eyelid. They have 3 eyelids. So one from the top, one from the bottom, and then one that's inside that comes out. They're excellent floaters. They're excellent swimmers. Most of their pools and everything they can just stand in. But if they decide that they
Use
don't
the
want to,
other
they
hand,
can lay
left
on their
hand.
belly
Stand
and
it.
put
That's
their
here.
breath
Oh,
underwater.
wow, that's great.
Fill up that trust. And they can hold their breath for up to 2 minutes. If they use their snort.
Okay, make him blow. What is that? Poo. Cantik. Can I make him poo?
Okay, I think they're
Blow.
ready to get out. They feel
Make him blow.
cool down. What I'll do with you guys, we'll grab the elephant out and we'll get one last family photo with you guys and the elephant. Okay? So you guys stand just right here. Photo, okay? Just drop your brushes in there.
ලස්සන අලිෂෝ එකක් නිසා මේ ලස්සන තිබිච්ච waterfalls එහෙම ඒ වෙලාවේ කියන්නේ නෑ මම හිතන්නේ වීඩියෝ එකේදී ඒක නිසා අලි විතරක් නේ ඉන්නේ ලස්සන පුදුලු. Okay.
Alright. The trek, it does go uphill, it's a bit rocky.
And there's a drink menu here if you guys want some drinks.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. Oh, beautiful. You've done a wonderful job.
Good. I guess I'm doing an okay job then. That's why they pay me the no bucks. Like that, but hopefully over the years we can kind of continue in that direction.
Thank you for your good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Some they are here. They
Yeah,
are here
yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Okay, your room 1634.
1634. Yeah.
Is this for the last building on the right hand side?
Last building close to the beach.
Put it this, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you need anything else, place number 0 to call us. We are 24 hours here.
Yeah.
But just one thing I would like to let you know, don't open the door and the window because of the mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
That's exactly. You really have.
Right.
Remember, yeah. Just for 2 people. Beautiful shower. Storing space. Safe. Digital safe. Our bags. Okay. Beautiful, luxurious suite. And the most important place here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought that you.
Are you happy in Thailand?
Yeah, beautiful country.
Stay here
Yeah,
until
15.
Saturday.
Before you go, යමුනේ. මේ පැත්තෙන් ගත්තා නිකන් රන්වන් පාට වෙලා තියෙන මුණ දැන්. Okay. Ya, di motor terus. Jalan. Jangan tolong. Jangan cantik menteno biar kalau kan betul menteno biar kalau kan betul wah yang ni jangan kau kira තේනියම් සිම්පල් යන්නේ සාගරයක් වගේ දිය.
නෝන හදන නියමෙට.